Question 36. The length of the pendulum is 23.2. Again, trying to remind you what that means. The length from here, right? Okay. Then radius of this ball is given as 1.32 centimeter, and time taken for 10 oscillations. Time taken for 10 oscillations. What do you think of 10 oscillations? Suppose you started from here and go like that, come back. That is called 1 oscillation. Okay or not okay? Like this, how many times? 10. So the time period means time for one oscillation, not for 10. Here time period means time for. So do you understand that it would be this? Yes or no? Clear or not clear? For 10 oscillations, 10.0. Then for one oscillation it will be 10.0 upon 10. Got that? Sure. Now this 10 is a counting number, isn't it? Number of oscillation. 1, then 2, 3, like that. Did you get that? Yes or no? This 10 is a counting number. Okay, the numerator is measurement, but denominator is a counting number. 10. We counted 10 oscillations. Then estimate the value of G. We have to find out what will be the value of G if we are given all this data. Right? Estimate the value of G if we are given all this data in proper significant figures, and we can use pi square is equal to 10 wherever it is required. Again, this is going to be exact, right? Because like I said, we know that pi and other such numbers, the values are known up to many significant digits. So when we have to put the value, we can take as many significant digits as we want here. So this can be written as 10.000000, as many zeros you want. Here? Okay or not okay? Sure? Okay. Anyways, so this is what we have to do now. So what's the relation among all these? Now this is something that we will definitely study, okay, in 11th standard itself. The relation of time period of pendulum with L and G. T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. From this we'll try and find out what is G. Right? So first of all, this is root. Yes or no? Yes. So to remove the root, we should do square on both sides. So T square is equal to, what should I write? 2 square 4 pi square, and then remove the root. So L upon G. Understood? Yes. So G is equal to 4 pi square L upon T square. Very good. 4 pi square L upon T square. Now we will put all the values that we know. So 4 is exact 4. Okay, as many significant digits as you want. Pi square is 10. Once again, as many significant digits as you want. Like 23.2. Now about time period. This has as many significant digits. This has how many significant digits? 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay or not okay? Yes. Sure, everyone remember there? Yes. So if you divide, then what should I write as the division? 10.0 upon 10, how much? 1. But we should write 3 significant figures. Is that clear? Yes. So 1.00. Got that? Yes. Clear? Yes. So that's the value of T. We can write it T square. So 1.00 into 1.00. Basically, there is no need to divide. Yes or no? There is no need to divide, because division by 1 means same. Clear? So let's find out the answer. Yeah, just one comment. This 23.2 is in which unit? Centimeter. But SI unit of length is meter. So you should convert it to meter. So it will become 0.232 meter. Did you understand what I am saying? Because 100 centimeter is 1 meter, right? So here instead of writing 23.2, we should write 0.23. Okay, so that the final answer is in SI unit, means meter per second square. Do it more. Take care of significant figures. 4 infinite. 10, infinite. This one, how many significant figures? 3. This one, 3. This one, 3. So what's the minimum? 3, 3, 3. Which is the minimum? 3. Clear or not? So answer should have how many significant figures? 3 significant figures. Come on, do it. Multiply and then answer should have 3 significant figures. Hurry up. Done. Okay, just a minute. Done. Okay. Anyone else? Done. No, right. Okay. So what are the answers that you are getting? 9.28. 9.28. That's it.
Yes, sir. 0 is getting 0. So 3 significant figures.
Okay, so it would be 9 to 8. Yeah. Here, 9.28. Exact. This is what we are getting, right? Nothing more, nothing less. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. This is meter per second square, right? 3 significant figures. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now look at the options. Look at the options. Does any one of the options match? A is 9.8 meter per second square. No. B is 9.8 0 meter per second square. C 9.8 00 meter per second square. And D, what do you think? None of these. Is that clear? Because the value doesn't match. You understand what I am saying? See, there is one answer with 3 significant figures also. That is option D, 9.80. But 9.80 and 9.28 are not the same thing. Okay? Clear? So, because there is none of these options, we will go with none of these. Got it? Okay. So that would be the answer. Right? There is actually a big error. The actual value is 9.8, but here by this calculation, I mean by this measurement, we are not getting that. Okay. Well. So now let's go over to the next thing. Okay, I'm reading everything. I thought blue pen was that it's equally bad. Well, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is calculation of errors and reporting measurement. Okay, so this is where you have to learn a few formulas, right? So 3 or 4 formulas, I think. Okay, and it's easy though. Just basic, like like you had in Denson. Do you remember that chapter about average and mean and that one? Mean, median, that kind of thing. Okay, statistics. Yeah. Okay, so it will appear to be similar, right? Okay, so there are so many kinds of calculations that we have to do when it comes to calculus. We will understand the theory, okay, directly using a textbook example. Okay, so take a textbook out. There is one example. We will use it. Okay, so as I write, I will write the definitions or the formulas. I will explain it, and we will also calculate it. Right? So the example that we do is number 7. Example 7. Example 7. Okay. What do we have to find? See, these are 5 measurements actually, right? Whether you call this example 10 or you call this theory, your choice, whatever it is, it's the same. These are 5 measurements of some time. Okay, someone measured time. And if you remember, I've told you earlier that if you are doing experiments and you want to reduce errors, then you should do the experiment multiple times. So someone has done it 5 times and has got 5 measured values. 5 measured values for some time. Okay, or time period. Is it fine? Okay or not okay? You see, all the values are not same. Why? Because there are always going to be errors. Right? In fact, you know, it's so much that in practicals, if someone says, sir, I measured it and all the 5 times I got the same value. So, join it to no one ever measured it. You understand? Because errors are inevitable. You can be so careful and yet you will definitely get some little bit of error. So, obviously these 5 can never be the same. Right? Because of errors. So, they are all different. Now, we are going to find out various things regarding the errors, and then at the end we'll learn how to report measurement. Report measurement means, suppose you are doing this experiment and finally you have to tell someone what is the result of your experiment. That is, when you measured it, what did you actually get? Did you understand what I am saying? After measuring, what did you actually get? Right? So that is called report, giving a report. Yes or no? Fine? Let's start. So the first thing that we have to do is, based on these 5 observations or 5 measurements, we have to first of all find out average of measured values. Average of the measured values. That's the first thing that we must do after making all the measurements. Now, generally, average, A-V-E-R-A-G-E, average. Now on, I write AVG for short always. Okay, average of measured value. Now, what is symbol to indicate average? You might have seen this in 10th standard, something like this. Have you noticed that ever? X bar, bar for average. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we could do. Then one more option for us. You can either write like this by T, because this is time period. Suppose it was mass, M1, M2, M3, then would I write T bar? No, I would write M bar. Yeah, if I was smart. Clear? Okay or not okay?
Yes,
M bar. Fine. So you can write T bar. Another option is to write this. Another option is to write T mean. Mean means average. Do you remember? Okay, from 10th standard, mean, just another word for average. Clear? Never got that? So you have 2 options. You can either write like this or you can write like this. Whichever is okay. Okay. So how to find T bar or T mean? How do you find average of something? Just add and then divide by number of observations. So formula should be something like this. Did you understand the formula first of all? T1, T2, T3, T4 up to Tn, and then divided by n. That is the number of observations. Clear or not? Okay. Here how many do we have? How many observations do we have? 5. Clear? So, okay. If I want to calculate it, then T bar should be equal to addition of all the 5 and divided by 5. Got that? Addition of all the 5 and divided by 5. Do it. Addition of all the 5 divided by 5. Hurry up, okay? Keep it fast. Is this what you all get?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 13.12. Okay? Fine? Everyone get there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's put it here. So far, I hope you realize that we are following all the rules of significant figures. Yes or no? How many places after the point? Here, here, here. So answer also has two places. Yeah. Now one more. This is actually a multi-step calculation. That is, you are going to do so many more steps, right? If you just want to find average, suppose, then you can just see how many significant figures this has. 4. This has infinite. 1 नहीं. Why not 1? You counted the measurement. अब 5 कैसे है? How do you get this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So are you sure that these are exactly 5 observations, or it may be 4.99? No, 4.99 observations are impossible to make. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's same as thinking that you have 4.99 pens instead of 5 pens. Right? That's never going to happen. So this is exact fact. So if you divide it, this looks like it has 4 significant figures. Correct?
Yes.
So what do we get by division? 2.624. Clear or not? Clear or not?
Yes.
To be very frank, I didn't divide by 5. Correct. You should never divide by 5. Instead, just multiply by 2. Okay, 2 into 5, 10. 2 multiplying by 2 is so easy, isn't it? 13 to the 26, 12 to the 24. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, हमको नो फटाफट થઈ જાય. There are so many tricks to do that. Clear or not? Instead of dividing by 5, what did I do? I multiplied by 2 and now I divide by 10. Dividing by 10 is so easy, isn't it? You just have to shift the point. Correct or not?
Yes.
So this is 2.624. Clear? Okay, so this is T bar. But suppose someone would just ask you, okay, what's the average measurement? Then this is wrong, because look at the instrument or the measurements. Only 100th place after the point, that is second place after the point. Yes or no?
Yes.
But this one is 3. I can say what digit. It's the same thing. Do you realize what I'm saying?
Yes.
In these measurements, the third digit after the point is not there. So this is a fake digit. Did you understand? It's not really there. So if someone just asks you what's the average measurement, then you should not say 2.62. Then you should only say 2.62. Clear? But here I will still leave this as it is, because we still have more things to find. So we are going to do more steps. At the end we will round everything off. Did you understand? Like I taught you earlier. Sometimes when you want to do long calculations with lots of steps, you should take one extra digit. Do you remember that? You should take one extra digit. Okay? So this is key part right now for us. Okay? Average of the measured value is clear or not clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, don't write this, I'm just making you recollect. Do you remember earlier I have taught you this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes or no?
Yes.
And I also told you that if true value is not given, then what do we take as true value? Average of the measured values is the true value. Understood? Average of the measured value. This itself we will take it as true value. But one more. So far we were not using any kind of symbols for errors. Okay, now I will use same formula then. It is delta. Delta is the symbol of difference or change. I repeat, if I have not written it earlier, delta is the symbol of difference or change. Okay, so writing delta t, okay, can have different meanings, but in this particular topic, it means you are going to find the difference of the measured value and the average value, one by one. So, first one. Raise your hand if you understood this equation. Again, what is meaning of delta? Difference of what? Difference of the measured value and the true value. Clear or not? And then put it in a modulus. Clear? Sure? So this would be the error. In which measurement? In the first measurement. Got it? This would be the error in the first measurement. Let's see how much it is. Let's see how much it is. So delta T1 in a modulus is equal to T1 minus T bar in a modulus. T1 This is T1. Minus 2.63 minus what's this? 2.624. How much is this? What is subtract number? 0.006. One क्या दिया? Is that okay or not okay? 0.006. बुक में जोवानु नहीं. बराबर? Okay everyone. 0.006. Clear? Sure? Find out all the 5 quickly on your own. Hurry up. It's okay if you don't write all this. I just want the final value. એટલા બધા સ્ટેપ લખશો તો કોઈ દિવસ સમજ પૂરો. Hurry up. Just get it done. Do it in mind if you want. No need to write all this here. This is just for your understanding. Okay, if you are getting it, it's okay. There's no need to write anything more. Okay, like this you find out all. Come on. હું અહીંયા કરતો જાઉં. Second one done. Second one. બસ કેલ્ક્યુલેટર ઉપર લીધું. બાકી કઈ કેલ્ક્યુલેશન કરીને મૂકી દે અંદર. હાથ ધોયા જાવે. સેનિટાઈઝર યુઝ કરજે બરાબર. What's the second one? 0.064. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Third one. 2.42. Done. 0.204. Correct. પાછળ નો લઈ જાઓ, આગળ લઈ જાઓ મારાથી. Or otherwise we will find that you are just copying from the board. Fourth one. Done. What is it? 0.086. Yes, no? Correct કે નહીં? તો લાસ્ટ આન્સર આવે છે કે નહીં? બસ એક્ઝામ માં આવે છે, બીજું કઈ નહીં. ઓકે 5 0.176. Okay or not okay? Okay or not okay? Subtraction करजो बराबर. Don't make silly mistake. Well then. Right. So these are the 5 errors. Right. So once you find the individual errors, right? Once you find the individual errors, we are ready for the next important thing. So this is the whole procedure. This is how you have to do it in every kind of experiment. Okay. So next thing is average absolute error. Okay, the next thing to learn is average absolute error. Very easy. Symbol for average absolute error is as follows. Delta T or delta T mean. Symbol for average absolute error is delta T or delta T mean, whichever you want to write. Yeah, but these are different. Please mind it. Delta T is not same as delta T1 or delta T2 or anything. Is that okay? It is the average of all these. So what is this actually? Absolute error means what? First of all, difference. This difference is called error. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, we are putting modulus. That's why the word absolute. Absolute means if it's minus 3, you take plus 3. If it's 5, you take 5. If it's minus 7, you take 7. Clear or not? Absolute means just take the value, don't take the plus or minus sign. That is called, what is that called? Absolute. Clear? Now, average absolute error means you take these absolute errors. How many absolute errors are there? 5. As many as there are, no problem. And you take their average. So, general formula for the average absolute error is like this. Did you understand the formula? Did you understand the formula or not? Delta T1, 2, 3, like that up to n. Means you take all of them, you add them, and then divide by n. What is n here? What is n here? Yes, 5. How many measurements? 5 measurements. Yes or no? Everyone get that? So find this now. Come on, everyone. Start. Find this. Okay, I don't need these values now. And I believe we have written this, so I will keep this as well. Okay. So delta D will be equal to. First thing we'll have to do addition. Okay. See, I am going to do such a tough part for you. Look here, the denominator. I know it's very difficult to count. 5. Okay. Right? Yes or no? Now we have to do the easy part of addition in the numerator. Do it, come on. 0.536.
Yes.
Let me add, let me confirm. 80, 284, 370, 540, 546. 536.
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
70, yeah, I said 80 over there. Yeah, you're right. 536. 536.
Yes, sir.
True that. 0.536. Clear? So that's going to be, you can write that. So it will be what? 0.1072. Clear or not?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
0.1072. Fine. Okay, that's it. There are too many digits, don't you think? Is it clear? There are too many digits, but there were overall, some had up to 3 digits after the point. We still have 3 digits after the point. Okay, if you want, you can drop the 2, no problem. That will not create any problem. Clear? Okay, it will not create anything wrong. Well, now, so this is delta. The next thing that we will find using delta T, and this is again very, very important, okay, is called relative error, or sometimes also called fractional error. Do you understand meaning of fraction? Yes or no? Right, let's take an example. Suppose, let's say in your lunchbox you have brought 5 biscuits, okay, and your friend eats 2 out of those 5. So what fraction did the friend eat? 2 by 5, yes or no?
Yes.
Simple, same thing here. So fractional error or relative error means division of some 2 quantities, okay, but of what? Of the delta T, that is this, divided by the average or the measured value. Did you understand this? Yes or no? बराबर देखा ही नहीं सबने कि confusion है. This is T bar and this is the division denominator sign. Okay. So this is called relative error. Relative error of what? Of T. This is the relative error of T. Okay. Or fractional error. Again, fraction basically division of 2 things. So division of the error divided by the measured value. Okay, that's called relative error. So let's try to see what's the relative error in this particular case. Your key formula. Yeah, formula. Clear or not? Just like this is a formula. This one. Fine. So how much is this in this particular case? 0.107. Yes or no?
Yes.
Divided by what was T bar? 2.624. Okay, divide. मारी रान तो ना 107264. Okay. Thank you, division. Not you. Don't worry, take time, no problem. Sorry? Okay, that's enough. No problem. Anyway, we don't have that many digits to write. Otherwise, this will always continue. So we have to stop somewhere. Done. Oh, see, I can, help you a little bit. If you are finding this really very tough, you can round off one digit and it's still going to be okay. Probably it will not give that much of an error. What I mean to say is, instead of this, can you divide this? Can you understand what I've done? It's one digit left. But you cannot go too far. But you karta, sir, this is 3. That's a little bit too far. Okay, even then it will not be ridiculously different. It will be only a little different. But I don't think we should do it that way. But if to practice tomorrow, okay, so if you cannot divide like this, you can divide like this also. No problem. Okay. Finish. Are you getting the same?
So I'm getting 0.0407.
7. मैं तो 8 तो मैं guess कर दूँ to be very frank. 0.0407. 7 પછી શું આવે? 8 નહીં. મોટા ક્લાસમાં આવી ગયો તું. ઓકે. બરાબર કહો છો ને ખોટા ક્લાસમાં આવી ગયો. If you write 7 here and then you divide further, what is the next digit? See, I'll tell you what I did. When I looked at this, and when I thought 8 here, if I multiply 8 with 26, it's going to be 160 and 48, so 208. And 204 now, and 208 out. So I know this is not 8, but it will be 7. Fine. But then also I am writing 8. Okay. Okay. Okay or not? See, what I thought is, even if we get 7, you see this is very close to into 8. Yes or no? Here 208 yes or no? So even after 7, the next digit that we'll get will be more than 5. એટલે ઓટોમેટિકલી રાઉન્ડ ઓફ તો કરવાનું છે તો અહીંયા જ ગણ નાખીએ ને શું કામ ડિવાઇડ કરવું છે સો આઈ એમ રાઇટિંગ ડાયરેક્ટલી 8 did you understand okay nevertheless so this is what we are getting right so 0.0408 even these digits are too many in my opinion this would do clear 0.041 would do okay now what to do this is relative error clear or not did you understand relative error now next one percentage error don't worry this is very easy after this percentage error all right percentage error let's go back to your friend and the biscuit like I was saying your friend ate 2 out of 5 biscuits yes or no so this is the fraction that the friend ate okay or not okay okay then if you want to answer how many percentage of biscuit did your friend eat 40 why 40 what did you do you multiplied by 100 yes or no sure everyone get that or not sure same thing here so percentage error simply means okay the symbol is written as follows delta t this is also delta but lowercase delta you see in Greek letters these are basically all Greek letters this is a Greek letter right Greek letters also have capitals just like we have it in English A and A similarly this is lowercase delta and this is capital delta both are delta is that clear both are delta okay so delta t writing like this means you are finding percentage error so what is percentage error nothing but the relative error multiplied by 100 like you all said from there clear easy very easy can nothing last one is very simple after you do this so in formula form if you want to write it you can also write it like this delta t capital delta t upon t bar into 100 is this formula of percentage error clear to everyone yes. So how much will be the percentage error in this measurement how much will be the percentage error in this measurement 4.1 clear or not everybody 4.1 clear
yes
after finding percentage error it is time to report what we have found okay so how to do reporting okay how to do reporting this is not a formula but you need to understand because questions will be given in this format they will say that someone measured length of something and this is the measurement okay so you have to understand how reporting is done for any quantity T, A, L, X, whatever that is. T is equal to, this is the standard format of reporting. You write plus or minus and you write delta T or delta T mean if you are using that symbol. Okay, whichever symbol you have used. This is how you report. This is one way to report. What's the other way to report? Okay, let me leave it a space and write. What's the other way to report? We'll see it. First of all, let's put the value. So final reporting will be done as T bar. What was T bar? 2.624 plus or minus. Okay or not okay?
yes
Everyone?
yes
Then what is delta T? 0.107. Okay. Now on its face this looks correct. And there is nothing wrong with it actually, but you can improve it. Like I said while I was calculating, these are extra digits, yes or no? This 4 is not there. Clear? The 4 was not there. Do you remember or not?
yes
At the start I told you that. There are only 2 digits after the point. Correct or not?
yes
One more. Look at this error. This is the error, average value of the error. So we are getting an error definitely about 0.1 second. Yes or no? Yes or no?
yes
About 0.1 second. आप place my error है ना 1 0.1. Now, what does that mean? It means that whatever experiment you have done with whatever instrument, this instrument is not capable of measuring even 0.1 second carefully. That's why there is error. I repeat what I said. Why do errors arise? Because we are uncertain of the measurement. For example, a ruler. Ruler can measure centimeter very nicely. Okay, but not mm. Because suppose it comes between the two markings. Do you remember? Suppose it comes between 4 mm marking and 5 mm marking. Then you have to guess. Yes or no? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
So that means just like the ruler cannot measure less than 0.1 centimeter. Similarly, here we are getting an error at this place, means in 0.1 second. So anything less than this, anything smaller than this. So this is basically 1/10th place. Yes or no? Anything smaller than this is absolutely useless, because if something cannot measure 1/10, how will it measure 1/100? Make sense or not? If something cannot measure 1/10, then it cannot measure smaller than that. Got it? Clear? So, we are getting an error here. So these two digits are of no use, and similarly these two digits are also of no use. Did you understand why I removed 2 and 4? Where's the error? In 0.1, this one. 1/10th. So here where is the 1/10th place? 6. What about 2? 2 is at 1/100. So by measurements we are seeing that our measurement is only working up to 1/10th, and everything smaller is of no use. So that's why final reporting should ideally be done like this. નીચે ગોદવાનો થોડો ઓછો થઈ ગયો. Did you understand? What's your name? શાંતનુ. ત્યાર પછી શું આવે? હવે બરાબર, હવે હોશિયાર થઈ ગયો છે. ઓકે, ડિપેન્ડ ઓન કન્ટેક્સ્ટ. બરાબર ને? મજાક નતો તો ધીરે ધીરે લેતો એટલું બધું ભલે. So t is equal to 2.6 plus or minus 0.1 second. Is that clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes.
Why did you remove 2 and 4? Because here the error is in 1/10. Error. I hope you like that. The error is in 1/10 place. So that is fine. But anything smaller than that, we have no idea whether the measurement is okay or not. So we just ignore it because it's not really measured properly. So this is it. Clear? We don't have confidence. If you also say that, આપણને ખબર છે error અહીંયા જ છે, તો એનાથી નાનું measure કરવાનો confidence જ નથી. Clear? So this is your answer. Now, the other method to report. So this is how you can report. So whenever you see something like this, you understand that this is a measurement. What is the measured value? Average measured value is 2.6. And what is the absolute error or average absolute error? 0.1. Clear or not? Sure? Okay. Fine. Next type of reporting is also very easy. The second type of reporting is done like this. The second type of reporting is this format. See, you have to remember this format. Easy છે આના જેવું દેખાય જ ને એને દેખાતું t bar 2.6 delta t 0. Clear or not? The other kind of reporting, t bar equal now t bar, how much is t bar again? 2.624. delay લાગે 2.624 લખો, no problem. Plus or minus અહીંયા second unit, second. Plus or minus delta t percent means how much is the error in percentage? Did you find it? 4.1. Okay, that's what you're saying. 4.1%. Okay, now listen to this carefully. We know that in this place itself we have an error 4. That is 4%. There is no point measuring the error to even better detail, because if you are not sure about that 4%, the error is 4% means in the place here, then there is no way you can have any idea about the next one. Make sense or not? Okay, it's like I tell you how many rupees you have in your pocket, and you don't know how many hundreds then you can never say how many 10 because it is smaller than 2. Right? Okay. So we will just write 4%. But one more thing. Saying 4% error, means the last 2 digits, that is over here, these two, they don't work very well. Why? Because 1% means 1 by 100. Do you agree with that? What is the meaning of 1%? 1 by 100. Clear? Sure, 1 by 100 is called 1%, right? Everyone get that? So if it is 4%, right, means 4 by 100. Basically, by 100 would mean you are shifting this 2 points, and then that is useless. So that's why what we have is that the last 2 digits over here in the measurement, they are of no use. Or you can, if you have thought about it like this, then you can directly copy this value also. There is nothing wrong with that. Did you understand this way of reporting? Don't forget to write second. અહીંયા second no લખતા. Percentage is not in second. Percentage is percent. Clear or not clear? Yes. Okay. Now very quickly, I'm going to give you one question to do for homework because this needs practice. Okay, કઈ નહીં, આ બુક ખુલી રાખો, ફોર્મ્યુલા જોવું તો જો કરતા જાઓ. Make sure you get the final answer. Okay. Suppose someone measures length. Okay, someone is measuring length and 4 values of length are measured. Okay, 4 values of length are measured. Let's say they are 2.5 centimeter, 2.4 centimeter, 2.6 centimeter and 2.5 centimeter together. કોકવાર આવું થાય, રિપીટ થઈ જાય, બધી વખતે ન થાય. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 is not like that. Okay. So these are 4 measurements. What do you have to find? You have to do everything that we have done today. Is that clear? Everything. First step, find average measured value. That is, this is L. So we write L bar. Clear or not? Yes. Then you find next step. What is that? The absolute error. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then their average. Okay, then what to do? Relative error. Then what to do? Percentage. And then what to do? Report in 2 ways, both ways. Is that clear? And be careful about significant figures or fake digits. Okay? પછી એવું ન થાય કે મેં તો અહીંયા 2 ડિજિટ આપ્યા ને તમે આન્સર આવો સર એવરેજ ઇઝ 2.4250. You understand what I am saying? This instrument is not capable of measuring anything after this place. What બધું ક્યાંથી આવ્યું? Not true. Okay? Got it? Fine. So that's your basic. If you want, you can start doing it right now. Yes,
So what if we are getting here 0.017, then?
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose, hypothetically, let's say this was 2.64,
Yeah.
and over here you're getting 0.017. Right? Okay. What to do then? So here we know that the place before the point has no error, 0 error. The place after the point here has no error. But then in the 1 by 100 place we have error. Clear? Understood? The error begins at this point. So over here also the 1 by 100 place will be the last place because we know that there is some error in this. Then there is no point. You are not even sure about this 2. Then how can you be sure about the 4? Did you understand?
Yes.
So if it was actually like this, then I would summarize or rather shorten it out to this. Did you understand?
Yes.
2 ક્યાંથી આવી ગયો? 017. If you round it off, it will become 2. Here also there is no point writing 17. અરે આ 1 માં ખબર નથી બરાબર તો પાછળનો 7 ક્યાંથી આવ્યો? Is that okay? So rounding it off makes it 2. Got it? Clear? I don't know the answer of this question, to be very frank. So don't ask me. मैं तो कहीं पर नंबर लग नहीं खाता. Got it? Okay. But there is definitely some answer, right? And we will figure it out.